Japanese sweet potatoes, my favorite. I'm gonna make a Japanese inspired sweet potato gnocchi. Let's see how it comes out. Boiling water. If you haven't had Japanese sweet potatoes, you gotta try it. Firmer texture, almost like a honey flavored sweetness and a slight nuttiness. I think one of the most special things about cooking and life is trying new things. You learn the method of how to make it, and after that you can experiment. Right? Like the greatest inventors, they went out and they did something different. Same thing with cooking. I think it comes down to using what's around you too. I grew up in an Italian American neighborhood and we didn't have so many Asian supermarkets nearby. So what my papa and my grandma used to do was she would buy the Asian sauces, the Asian spices, and use like Italian pasta or Western vegetables and mix it together. That's what I grew up eating. That's probably not what you grew up eating. So cooking is very personal and you gotta adapt and adjust like anything in life. The mushrooms, nothing has to be perfect. I didn't practice this recipe 5 times before I film a video. Boom. The sauce, not so salty. I added dark soy sauce, mirin, Japanese rice wine, white miso paste, white pepper, I like that, honey. A lot of us are so privileged to enjoy food from a place of abundance, so we can obsess over taste, quality, when a lot of the world doesn't even have food. The people that don't really have the food value and cherish the food the most and use everything. Gnocchi, mamma mia! See if they're soft. This is hot, don't do that right away. Like, you should just let it cool. Freezer. And I think potato gnocchi back then were a way to make something special out of what you had and stretch the food out. Taking potatoes, adding flour. The Italian potato dumpling. I'm literally just gonna eyeball this. Still kind of hot. Hot potato, hot potato. I'm also taking this like stringy part out. This part, flour over here. Mash this up. It's a little wet because I boiled the potatoes. You can also cook them in the oven. Okay. Add an egg. Some salt, break that egg up. I'm gonna add more flour if I need. It's too wet. It shouldn't be like mashed potatoes. It's not sticking to the board. I'm gonna let this chill on the side for 15 minutes. 1, 2. Roll it out like a snake. This is not a restaurant. I don't care if it's perfect. It doesn't have to be the same size. Take the fork, push it down so you get ridges for texture. And my dough is maybe a little bit too wet. I'm not gonna do that today. Olive oil, the mushrooms, the bok choy stalks, not the greens. Saute this down, the leaves. Oh fuck. 2 minutes. Fresh gnocchi, mamma mia. This is dangerous. Take the pan off the heat with some oil. I wanna get some texture on this, kind of like a Chinese stir fry. Get a nice crust on this. Most gnocchi recipes I see, they don't pan fry it like this. Some of them they do. Usually they just boil it and add it to the sauce. Nice color on there. Take it out. My miso sauce. Lower the heat. Add the vegetables. Add the gnocchi back in. And here we go. Plate. Toasted sesame seeds. Let's try my creation. Toasted sweet potato gnocchi with a miso sauce. Wow, it's not bad. It's a little overpowering. The miso is quite strong. Make something different, okay?